Hello everybody, today we are going to be playing Outlaster. I haven't played this game in centuries, so I have no idea what to do. We finally get teleported to a server after years of waiting. My dumb ass thought you could change the color of your name for free, but you have to fucking pay, so I had to stick to the basic white color like a peasant. Time for the team voting. Help, it's so dramatic. I decided to vote this girl, which I would later find to be the worst choice of my life. Thankfully my vote had no effect as fucking 6-7 got the lead. I thought I was going to be chosen last, but I eventually got picked to be in 6-7's team. After the long-ass voting ceremony, we jumped straight into the first competition, which was just lovely, as I had no clue on what to do. At first glance, being the fat whale that I am, I thought the challenge was to do with eating, as I thought the round things were plates. As the challenge starts, I begin to walk around like a headless chicken, walking into the boxes. As you can see, I had no idea what to do, as the last time I played this game it was still called fucking Survivor. I eventually get to know how the game works and I log in. Everything was going well until this noodle hair hoe ruined it. She kept bringing the wrong items over, and she was looking at me as if I was supposed to do something. I carried on with the game until the other girl magically disappeared and left me with the noodle-haired hoe. She seemed to have an obsession with coconuts. I had to speed this part up because of how fucking long this large, wet wipe took to do something useful. Due to her silly antics, my team fucking lost, but it was bittersweet because at least that long and painful game was over. I sat by the campfire in shame and misery waiting upon the elimination ritual. With seconds remaining, my desperate ass decides to scavenge for an advantage. I feel like fucking Bear Grylls right now. My desperate scavenge for help eventually came to an end and the game teleported me away. We all walked down this aisle like fucking royalty, only to be subjected to ruthless elimination. It was finally my time to vote, and I voted the noodle-haired noob without hesitation. This is much more dramatic than I remember. As I was mourning the lack of advantages I had found, this girl drops the news that she has a fucking advantage. After all of that pain and suffering, ravaging through the dirty woods, this wet wipe had an advantage this whole time. I was burning with anger. The selfish bitch decided to use the safety advantage on herself. I would certainly never do that. The first vote was for noodle hair, so I had a glimmer of hope. Until some mean-spirited person decided to fucking vote me. I worked like a fucking dog in that last challenge, how dare they? After I was voted, I had another glimmer of hope as the hoe was voted again, but it was soon destroyed as it was a tie. I have been waiting for this moment. We went straight into the next challenge to be met with fucking cages over our heads. What the fuck has this game become? I am not a bird. We were also separated into solo teams, so I was sure I could not win this game as I am fucking dog shit at it. At least I'm a good color though. We had to fucking answer questions about other players in the game who are complete fucking strangers. As you can see, I knew that cage would be flying down onto my head within 5 seconds of the game starting. As I predicted, I have already lost a life with it only being the first question. The cage came lowering down, closer to my head, which was just lovely. For the next question, I obviously voted myself. I'm the most honest person in this fucking game. But not to my surprise. I lost another fucking life. The cage was once again lowered, and my survival skills kicked in, knowing the next question was life or death. I actually got the question right for once, but I think a massive cage hanging over my head gave me a bit of a boost. I knew the day would come, but I didn't know for the rest of the game I would be trapped in this dehumanizing cage. It felt like a humiliation ritual. I once again started to hopelessly search for an advantage, only to be met with nothing. The voting was going smoothly, until this girl decided to give up her fucking safety for another player, which made me think they were teaming, so I ended up voting the girl. I don't know where the fuck people are getting these advantages from. I searched the whole fucking camp, and I find absolutely nothing. The advantages might as well be on fucking Mars. I didn't end up getting voted out, and I was met with a sense of relief. Until this. I was absolutely stunned. I was shaking in my boots. How could this happen? I ended up voting the yes girl again, but one fucking vote had to make the difference. It was time for the next challenge, and I was absolutely mortified as I am about as useful as a brick wall in mazes. To my surprise, I breeze past the maze and I get 3 of the shape things. But as I go for the final shape, my hopes and dreams are crushed as some fuckers player beats me to it. As I am looking for advantages again, this girl spawns in about 100,000 of them around the map, in which I still can't find a single one of them. After that, I start getting bummed by this gimp. The 6-7 person ended up getting voted out, which was pointless as he ended up coming back within 2 seconds of the voting ending, which was just lovely. At first, I thought we had to walk across the fucking bridge as I am too lazy to read the game information. A whole load of boxes fly in from behind me, and I immediately start to bum the boxes to try and get them onto the fucking bridge, which was proven to be difficult. Despite the boxes not cooperating, I end up flying through this challenge. My heart was beating so fucking fast, I think I was having a borderline heart attack, all over a Roblox game. This box was my one and only hope. I put my life and soul into getting this box into its place. I finally fucking won something. I nearly died from excitement. I finally wasn't afraid of the elimination ritual as I could sit and watch everyone else shake in fear of getting voted out. The 6-7 person ended up getting voted out again, which was not a surprise considering a girl had 4 extra fucking votes. The next challenge was one that has proven to be my worst. The fucking temple. Every time I play something like this, I get knocked down the minute I get to the top again. I'm like a fucking puppet. I climbed to the top of the hill and asserted dominance, but not for long as I was launched off of the temple once again. I think a fucking miracle happened as I was able to stand my ground and stay on top for once. I nearly broke my mouse because of how much clicking I was required to do. My hand was going to drop off. I practically became a fucking rocket after this hit. I think the person who hit me transformed into the fucking Hulk or something. After a long hard fight, I somehow managed to do the impossible. I fucking won. It was once again time for the voting, and unfortunately the beautiful egg got voted out by disgusting teamers. I have no idea how I did it, but I made it to the fucking final. I have done this about 2 times before, so this was fucking unbelievable. I ended up coming third, and I was forced to pick between these 2 disgusting teaming wet wipes. I ended up picking the sick-minded bummer, which knocked me sick. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching. Toodaloo.